Kazakhstan has chosen the multi-vector integration. Its trends, collisions, and prospects are coming up in the Single Market Program. Hello, I'm Pavel Kaktishev, and you're watching the Single Market Program. Trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Armenia, partners of the Eurasian Economic Union, leaves much to be desired. According to some experts, it is explained by the difficult logistics. They say it has a negative impact on the production costs. However, experience of other union reminds the other facts when both countries were developing in the socialist economy. Logistics is not an obstacle if the union members are following the plan which is beneficial to them. One of these options is to better know capabilities of each other. Elena Kazarian, our correspondent from Yerevan, will do a follow-up on the story. A company must produce the different and distinct products both literally and figuratively in order to find a place under the sun of a current market. It must be a product that has different quality and distinctiveness. Today, the products manufactured based on new ideas and technology satisfy these requirements. This very logo was ruling the exhibition, Made in Armenia 2016, that was dedicated to 25th anniversary of Armenians' independence. Over 300 Armenian companies with high export potential participated in this exhibition. They represented the food industry, consumer goods industry, pharmaceutical and chemical industries, tourism and IT, ore mining and smelting, machine building and construction industries. This heavy-duty fiber is made of the Armenian basalt. This fiber is used for manufacturing the rubber, which is better than the metal board in some respects. Such reinforcement bar is lightweight, corrosion resistant, durable, as it may remain in the concrete for 70 years as minimum. In addition, the basalt fiber is used to make the water resistant and fireproof materials which are used, for example, in shipbuilding. For almost 20 years, this product is making happy kids in Armenia, Russia, France, and the United States. Mankan company produces 2 to 3 new toys on monthly basis. By the way, the consumers are offered the dolls Anushik and Aramik, speaking Armenian. This is their newly designed product. The hero of a fairy tale of the Little Red Riding Hood, a set of 3 toys in one. The first hero is the Little Red Riding Hood walking along the path. She's meeting a wolf who shows the way to her grandmother. Then a wolf was waiting for her in the house of grandmother. Participation in the exhibition is free of charge to all participants. It is under the Export Promotion Program. Each company is trying to attract the visitors to the unique design pavilion. For example, here we can watch how bees are making honey. Their owners say the bees are making the proper honey. The products have successfully tested by one of the leading European laboratories. In 2016, this producer signed a contract for the supply of 4 tons of honey to the US market. During this exhibition, distributors from China, Vietnam and Hungary showed their interest to the Armenian honey. Our apiaries are based on the Ishkanasar mountain near Sisian town in Sunik region. This is the alpine mono honey made of the comported flowers. It is 100% organic product which is more efficient and highly valued. We have long pro-music bees that produce the nectar of deep flowers. Next year we are planning to start breeding queens, selling them in the local market, as well as royal jelly, bee venom. A company producing the first Armenian tablets and smartphones is available at the exhibition Made in Armenia 2016. This company has already approved itself in the local market. ARM phones made by local professionals are second to no models of world's leading brands. No wonder that the EAEC countries became interested in these companies' products.
К нам приезжали из всех стран, из России, из Казахстана.
We had visitors from all countries, from Russia and Kazakhstan. Private companies, those are willing to purchase in large amounts. We provided them with our sample phones and tablets. They were testing for several months. We have positive feedbacks only.
Отзывы одни только положительные.
However, according to the company president, they cannot arrange an export to these countries. The main reason is the red tape obstacles they have, despite the EAEC declared free movement of goods.
Были приняты определенные законы.
Specific laws have been adopted, but in fact they're not used and applicable. Being together as one family, it turns out for some reasons that the certificates issued in Armenia are not suitable in Russia, Kazakhstan or Belarus.
Или в Белоруссии.
Governments of the EAC countries are trying to resolve a problem that is challenging this company. The forum, Armenia as a bridge to the large market, was held under this exhibition. Representatives of the Eurasian Union countries, officials and businessmen from Iran took part in that forum. As you know, an issue of granting Iran a free trade regime with the EAC countries will be finalized by the end of 2016.
Мы будем представлять.
We will represent the exact possibilities provided by Armenia. For example, one of the available panels refers to the communications. What are the communication capabilities Armenia has in relation to the transportation and digital technologies?
И по транспорту, и по цифровым технологиям.
Marking and labeling of the goods made in Eurasian Union was one of the key issues at the forum.
Это очень важный вопрос, когда мы будем.
This is a very important issue. When we start recognize the jointly produced products throughout the area and without any problems, all these products will move within the union and increase the turnover.
В рамках Союза увеличивать товарооборот.
As far as the brand made in Armenia, it is still under the seeking its place in the global market. Although some countries of the former Soviet Union have already recognized the Armenian goods. This exhibition will also contribute to the promotion to the foreign market. Signed investment agreements and concluded contracts will demonstrate the specific results of the exhibition. Nevertheless, it is safe to say that the best Armenian producers managed to show their potential in this exhibition site and have a direct dialogue with the potential partners. Elena Kazarian, Tigran Galstian, Gurgen Vardanian, especially from Armenia. China is one of the leading investors in Kazakhstan economy. According to the areas, we can see our priorities in any particular period and capabilities of the Chinese capital. During the first cooperation stage, Chinese investments were supporting the Kazakh-based materials sector. In the second stage, these investments facilitated establishing new businesses and building the infrastructure facilities. Today, the Chinese investors are rising to a new level of cooperation. Watch the story by Alexander Galiev to find out the details.
Подробности у Александра Галеева.
Кто бы мог подумать еще несколько лет назад, что китайские заводы и фабрики будут переносить в Казахстан. Но Поднебесная, по примеру...
Who would have thought a few years ago that the Chinese factories and plants will migrate to Kazakhstan? Well, the following example of the leading Western companies, the Celestial Empire is intending to show its capabilities for goods exports and exports of the Industrial Revolution, more than that. So, what are the prospects appearing in this process?
Какие перспективы вырисовываются в рамках этого процесса? Китай. Экономика страны перегрелась.
China. The country's economy is overheated. A time of cheap labor that helped the Chinese enterprises to be competitive is on the wane. Wages level is rapidly growing. It brings down the wall of the world's factory. Therefore, the transfer of the excess capacities is a reasonable option to diversify. Next, on entering the Kazakhstani market, the Chinese enterprises will obtain the trade preferences available for the EAEC businesses, which is a large and growing market that is demonstrating the first signs of recovery after a deep crisis. In addition, this transfer of the production facilities will allow China saving on the carbon quota, as the excessive greenhouse gas emissions is one of the weaknesses of the Chinese industry.
Газов – одно из слабых мест его индустрии.
What advantages will Kazakhstan have? 51 new enterprises in the priority economic sectors, such as machine building industry, energy industry, petroleum and chemical industries, ore mining and smelting sectors, and farming industry. Establishment of such a number of productions of the high added value products is a good impulse for reducing a share of the raw commodities in total exports. Introduction of new technologies is another equally important reason. China has sometimes competed in it even with the leading Western companies. And finally, the transfer of production facilities will let the Kazakhstan labor market have more jobs.
Рабочие места. И в качестве резюме.
In conclusion, China is a key global player. State of the Chinese economy affects on the global market in many respects, and Kazakhstan is a part of this market. In addition to the other factors, we are the neighboring countries, so the expansion of cooperation through joint ventures is for a good cause only. That's all I have for today. See you in the single market.
Без границ.
About 50 enterprises supported by the Japanese capital are working in Kazakhstan. The volume invested by Japan amounted to more than 720 million US dollars. Another investment agreement amounted to more than 1.5 billion US dollar was signed exactly 1 year ago, based on the results of the Kazakh-Japanese Business Forum. At the same time, new productions are being established with assistance of the Japanese capital under the previous agreements. One of such enterprises has recently appeared in Almaty city. Maria Kuznetsova to follow. Susceptibility to the landslide and mud flows is one of the geological features of Almaty city. Therefore, the mountain river banks must be protected with a steel shell in order to prevent the natural disaster in the most dangerous places. This autumn, a new company was opened in the southern metropolis of Kazakhstan, which combines the names of two long-distance cities, but united by the similar challenges. New production of high-strength metal mesh panels is called Tokyo Rope Almaty. History of Tokyo Rope started in Japan 130 years ago. At that time, the company was processing the orders placed by the shipbuilding industries. Today, 9 plants are the part of the Tokyo Rope Company. 5 of them are based in Japan, 4 other plants are based in the southeastern and Central Asian countries. Products of this multinational company are demanded in the export markets. First and foremost, it is the metal wires made of high-strength steel. They're designed for the elevator's operation, bridges construction, rockfall and avalanches protection on the mountain roads. World Financial Center in Shanghai and Northern Bridge in Hanoi are the significant projects where used the ropes manufactured by Tokyo Rope. First time Kazakhstan used the products of this brand was in 2008. At that time, mighty net and rock net systems were introduced in natural boundary of Medeo for the rockfall protection. Other project was implemented in 2010 prior to the 7th Asian Winter Games. A grid strengthening the rocky slopes was installed along the funicular Medeo Shimbala. Every year we have problems during the flood season, mudslides and landslides. Tokyo Rope Company is specializing just in supplying of the engineering protection systems against such acts of nature. Therefore, construction of the field-specific plant in Almaty is a project that has been implemented based on the mutual interests. Having a new enterprise, Japan opened a market window for itself to the Central Asia and the CIS, and Kazakhstan has mastered the production, which products will serve as a reliable protection in areas where natural disasters may occur. Plant construction is fully supported by the Japanese investors. I believe that the positive business climate available in Kazakhstan, and particularly Almaty, is very positive. It serves its purpose in this aspect. Investments amounted about 70 million US dollar, which is almost 2 billion Kazakh tenge. The company's specialists were trained on the basic industries in Japan, since this is the first field-specific enterprise within the Central Asia, and considering the fact that it is working on the high technologies.
Основной было задачей научить наших работников именно пользованию.
The main task was to teach our specialists how to use the most modern robot-based equipment. Our specialists had a few months training in Japan, and today they're working according to the highest standards.
Сегодня они работают по самым высоким именно японским стандартам.
Super modern machinery based on the digital technologies is used in this plant. Wire mesh weaving machine is the most valuable of them. There is no difference between the technologies used here in this plant and those in Japan. The machine behind me is one of the latest products. Even not all industries in Japan have it. Though the wire thickness used to make metal mesh is 8 mm only, however, it has such qualities as super strength and corrosion resistant. Eventually we have protective barrier that can stand the immense load of rockfall and be rust-proof while being in the water.
Уникальный продукт вообще на территории Казахстана и вообще СНГ.
It is the unique product. No other company produces such a wire in Kazakhstan and the CIS. Surely there are some Russian or Chinese analogs, but they cannot compete with the Japanese products in terms of quality.
Они в вне конкуренции. Ну, то есть наша продукция, она по качеству вне конкуренции.
In spite of its iron nature, this product is quite eco-friendly. Over the years, the safety mesh is sward and melts in the background environment. Blocks that protect the riverbed also harmoniously fit into the area landscape. Besides the products, our specialists can process the turnkey engineering solutions orders. Tokyo Rope Almaty provides a guarantee of 50 years to all their products, but it does not mean that the company will stay without any orders and contracts after accomplishing all the Kazakhstan orders. This unique production is planning to enter the export markets of the Eurasian Economic Union and Central Asia. That's all for today. I'm Pavel Kaktishev. Let me remind, you can find all our stories at www.kazakh-tv.kz. See you in the program, Single Market.